At this moment, in At this moment, in your pocket is something designed to distract you, reward you instantly, and over time weaken your ability to focus. What if the tool that is sold and advertised as productivity is actually training your brain to avoid effort? Today, ladies and gentlemen, we will be discussing the hidden harms of short content and how it's shaping our ability to think and pay attention to its advantage. Once upon a time, boredom was ordinary. Children stared out of windows, adults stood in long queues with nothing but their thoughts. Minds wandered, connected dots, and built dreams from empty minutes. Today, those dreams are filled with short-form content. It may be a 10-second video, a 15-second joke, a 30-second dance. Quick, easy, and entertaining, but addictive. Inside every human brain is a chemical called dopamine. Dopamine is not just the brain's pleasure molecule. It is the brain's motivation molecule. It tells the brain what to pursue and when to pursue it. Suppose something feels rewarding, like a good meal, a good grade, a compliment. The brain releases dopamine. It records, it felt good, do this again. Now, social media apps and short-form video holders have engineered systems and worked for thousands of hours to exploit this. They have engineered panels to be more colorful so that they can be more distracting. How many of you have opened Instagram or TikTok for a minute only to realize an hour has passed? Once the brain gets hooked on, it keeps on scrolling. Every notification, like, or short video is like a tiny lottery ticket. Some are boring, maybe some are mediocre, but eventually something interesting, provocative, or emotional pops up and your brain gets hooked and it keeps on scrolling. This is called variable reward aperture. It is the same system that makes gambling, slot machines, blackjack, card games very addictive. Every swipe asks the same question. Will the next one be better? Most of the times, the answer is no, but it's an occasional yes, and you keep on scrolling. Once the brain keeps on scrolling, tasks that require long attention processes become extremely painful. Long form reading, listening to long speeches, and solving a tough problem in general has become extremely painful, especially among youth. Teachers report that students cannot focus even for a few minutes if they are spending a long time on social media. Long form reading, which is the base of deep thinking, cannot flourish if it does not have analysis, creativity, or attention. Long form reading also helps the brain in connecting ideas, holding them, sharing them with others. But it is slowly disappearing from adolescent lives. Short feeds do not just have a mental impact, they also have an emotional impact. Every scroll is like a constant social comparison. Who's better? Do I look good enough? Who has more followers? Who has more likes? Dopamine highs are followed by crashes. It leads to anxiety, self-doubt, loss of confidence, and fear of missing out. Studies show that high depression, anxiety, and chronic disease is constantly linked to high social media usage, especially among teenagers aged between 13 and 16. This does not necessarily mean that all technology is bad. Technology has advanced mankind for thousands of generations. It has helped share generations of knowledge and pass it down to future generations. It is how technology is used. We can control it by setting boundaries, setting time limits on apps. We can also help retrain our attention span. We can do this by reading a book for 10 minutes, slowly increasing time to 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and so on. We should also demand, as consumers, more transparent data usage from apps like Instagram, Meta, Facebook, TikTok, etc. Attention is not just an important skill. It is what shapes us, our behaviors, our morals, our values, and our justification as a human. Steve Jobs' words include focus is not just imitating what others do. It is giving up on 100 different things so that you can solve what you want to do. So let us all choose a real person, a real book, a real conversation, and retain our attention spans. And even if a few of us do this, we can all help our attention spans recover. Thank you.
ശ്രദ്ധിക്കുക ഈ